Welcome to Talking Point with Stephen Taylor. It's good to have you along. And today I'm joined by my first ever guest on my show.
Yes.
Sunil Osman.
Yeah, I'm alright, man. Thank you for having me.
You're my first ever guest, and now we're up to like almost 30 shows, just amazing stuff, and just pushing on. Just, I'm just amazed at the response that I've gotten. For all the people that do watch the show and do respond via social media, I do thank you very much. You can keep those coming through. Of course, at Stephen Taylor SA on Facebook and Twitter, at Stephen Taylor SA. And Sunil,
Yo.
what you been up to, buddy?
Alright, I've been traveling a bit of the world. Have been following your social media. You're doing very well, very well done. I've been in France, Italy, Spain, Barcelona, Ibiza, Nassau, Key West. But yeah, I've been doing art auctions on cruise ships across the world. So that's been quite interesting.
Tell me about that. I know that you've had a career like in entertainment before you decided to go follow that journey. You were doing films, you were doing adverts, you were doing stand-up comedy.
Yes.
Even though you're not funny, so there's an opportunity for me as well. So there we go. I'm only teasing, man. Yeah. Dry comedy
Your
also
face
works.
is funny, though.
I know. Yeah. That's why I've gone from radio to TV, just to give everyone a laugh. They're like, look at the guy. What is he doing? Okay. There's hope for us all.
He's Stephen Taylor, not Stephen Tyler.
There we go.
There we go.
I'm better looking than him, apparently.
I don't know.
His daughter's quite hot, but anyway. I love. But anyway, tell me about like going from entertainment, doing like MC work, stuff like that, going into on a ship. Do you get seasick?
There was only one occasion where I did get seasick, and that when we had that Hurricane Matthew. And Nicole, we were literally in the hurricane on the outside, and the ship was rocking, and people were falling over the place, people were throwing up, and I was trying to auction and sell art at the same time. So
don't worry, boss, just a bit of turbulence.
I was starting the bidding for the next work of art. Yep, there we go. But you get used to it.
2012. Were they on the ship?
That's what I kept saying to the people, don't worry, the best place to be is on the sea right now, But it's actually not that bad, because these massive cruise ships, they have got balances and things where you don't even feel it. If you look outside, you'll see sometimes that you may be on deck 7 or 10, which means you're many meters above water, but the ship is rocking and in a line with the actual sea, but you don't feel it so well because the captain...
go outside, does the water actually get onto the ship sometimes?
Sometimes the water did get on the ships, but it's also advised, it's advised, and announcements made, do not go outside, they close the doors and things, because you'll get somebody who thinks they're clever and they'll go stand on the deck and to go see the water, and then the ship rocks and then they'll fall over, man.
Want to take a selfie.
Exactly, that happened all the time. But it was quite an interesting contract this time around. Again, like I said the last time, it's really awesome in that it's sort of merging my acting, my radio presenting, my TV presenting, and my comedy and everything in one now. Just run the show. But I'm back, and I'm here to take it by storm. I'm putting myself out there again to do some emceeing. And
so you've done with the show?
For now, I've got to wait for the next contract to come along, and I'm not sure when that's going to happen. But as I said, I'm back here and I'm going to do my thing in South Africa again. That's the idea.
Good to have you back, man. Have you missed it? Have you missed, would you say that being on the ships has kind of humbled you a bit?
The biggest thing on the ships for me, and I saw this with a lot of people, is also swallowing your pride. We're a very proud nation, and they say it's a very South African thing to be very proud. And swallowing your pride just to become a normal person, an average worker, not the guy that's getting pictures in magazines, getting interviews on like the Talking Point with Stephen Taylor or something, I get commission every time I say that, right?
Yes.
Talking Point with Stephen Taylor, Talking Point with Stephen Taylor. But yeah, so it's basically, that was the hardest part. And also, when people pass away in the family or something, you can't just, let me jump on a plane and fly 33 hours and go home. So there's that part of it. And the food, I miss the food in South Africa. I mean, I had the best octopus ever in France.
Otherwise known as calamari, right?
Well,
there we go.
Like this big. I'm like, how do I eat this thing? But I've eaten food around the entire world, and we really got the real pure food here. And the small pleasures in life, like drinking water out of a tap.
Yes.
It is the one thing that I missed.
You can't do on the ship.
You can't do that on the ship.
You drink bottled water on the ship?
In fact, you can't do that anywhere I went overseas. You cannot drink the water. They warn against it. People walk around with bottled water. That's the one thing I missed. And then
that's hectic.
Stony ginger beer, man.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go, brand push.
And that helps with my opening my voice as well. So it does. Yeah, it does. Hello, hi, Steven Taylor.
Seasickness,
Yeah.
green apples, and ginger ale.
But ginger is good for many things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Good natural medicine.
Yeah. I mean, I'm. You know what? If I had to summarize a lot of what happened at sea, the thing that gets to me the most is that we are 70 different nations living and working together on a ship filled with thousands of people.
It's like in United Nations on a ship.
There we go.
Wow.
No fighting.
No wars, no religious conflicts, nothing.
I like that.
And I want to know what's wrong with the world. Why can't we just all do that, you know?
Well, I think the problem is that there's so much bad, publicity, negative stuff going around. I mean, if we take, for example, which we're going to speak about a little bit later on, the American election.
Yes.
How negative has that whole thing been? And I know with any election race, there's always negativity, and you want to kind of like trump your opponent.
Trump your opponent.
No pun intended,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But it's just gotten to a level where the stuff that they are saying, the negativity has kind of become normal, which I don't like, and I don't respect that at all.
I wouldn't say I'm lucky, but I had the pleasure of watching some of the live debates, because at sea I had the television, and from what I sensed, from what the American people told me when I was in the US, because remember I left Europe and then I went to the US, the people in the US, what I find is that lots of them are very confused. They don't know who to vote for, but they're going with one person one time, another person another time. And if you watch the debates and even just watch the adverts, what gets me is that the direct advertising against each other. And
So it doesn't create for good after the election, after the results come out. What environment is that going to create? Because now you've got one side that's against another side, when you should have America that is united.
Exactly. And that's with Americans, they're always very proud of being American.
Yes.
And now there's this divide that is being created. I'm Hillary, I'm Trump.
Are we not proud? And the world looks to America for, I don't know, it's kind of like guidance.
Yeah.
Most times.
And now we have a problem where the world is going, okay, what the hell?
Exactly.
You know what America needs, and this is my opinion and my opinion only, is that America needs a balance between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump.
They do.
We have one person to pop out suddenly. Are you available for elections?
I am.
Here we go.
Yeah.
We need someone to get some of the values from Hillary, some of the values from Trump in the middle. Boom, we need that one person.
But the problem is with any election and with anything, as soon as you say create change, people are like, ooh, we want change. But realistically, nothing is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are issues that need to be dealt with, and those can be dealt with. But when you put it out there, make America great. Is it not great already?
Yeah.
Why are you wanting change so drastically that you might even just change the America that has been around for so many years and what you guys stand for? Why would you want to do that?
With every society, whether you're in Ireland, England, Spain, all these places I went, even Iceland. I went to Iceland, man. There's not many people there, but I went to Iceland.
Is it cold?
It's very, very cold, icy cold. I did get to see the geysers though.
All right.
Yeah, the geysers, like the water shoots out
And those
on
are
the
not
core of
old
the earth.
people, by the way.
No, not the old geysers. No. But every society, and I've said this for many, many years, from the first time I went to the United States till now, I will hold firm to this, Europe, wherever you are, that every society and every place you go has got its positives and negatives.
Absolutely.
And yes, you say, why fix something that's not broken? Or why create complete change? Yeah, I kind of agree to that, but we are in evolving society, and there are things changing all the time. Imagine you couple of years ago said, I am not going to touch a computer. There is no way I'm going to create a Twitter account. There's no way you would not be progressing. So you can choose to be that person that's reserved and like that the whole time. But then as the rest of the world is progressing, what's going to happen to you?
Interesting. It's Talking Point with Steven Taylor. We are in conversation with Sunil Osman. We will be back next.